What's happening, guys? It's B-RAD and welcome to another episode on the Haland of Hope and Glory. Now, as you're seeing this, I will have recorded the first episode on the Graft to a Draft series. If you want some sniping filters and ways to make coins, go back and check that out. You can see the progress in the draft as well. It's worth looking at. Now, as always with all my series, links are down in the description. A lot of them are previously FIFA 20. Obviously, we are just starting FIFA 21 at the moment. But I've got the full playlist to the Haland of Hope and Glory and a new playlist set up for the Graft to a Draft on FIFA 21. Everything else is there previously for FIFA 20 to have a look. We will be doing a pack and guess on the channel, probably for the Halloween promo with Tori. And a foot eliminator is planned for probably the Halloween promo as well. The problem I've got is I need coins, and obviously I'm doing like not a road to glory, but kind of like not trying to use too many FIFA points and things, so I can have a realistic build of the team around Haland in the Haland of Hope and Glory. And obviously Graft to a Draft, we trade and build 15,000 coins, so unless we pack something amazing, the coins build slowly on there as well. So in order to be able to do a foot eliminator, I do need to have a decent amount of coins so that I'm not building stinky squads when we're playing against someone. But come Halloween promo, we'll have some points on, we'll have opened some packs, hopefully we'll have a nice coin balance to be able to go and do an episode of that. As always, smash a like on the video, comment, and do please subscribe. Subscriptions do help, and we are hoping to get to 100 so that I can do a giveaway when we get there for you guys, whether it be FIFA points or vouchers or whatever you guys want. We will do that when we get to 100 subs, so drop a sub, turn that notification bell on to keep an eye out for future uploads. Now obviously with the Haland of Hope and Glory, we have built a team, we've done our Division Rivals placements, we've got Div 4, got an extra 65,000 coins, and we identified that there are a couple of players that need to be changed in the team. So as you go to the screen, now you will see my squad on there at the moment. Obviously we do change in game, but basically Brandt is just too sluggish, too slow, too stocky. I need to get him out of the team, so we're going to take him just down to the reserve bench for now, and we'll sell him in a little while. At the moment I was bringing Bergwijn on just to play in cam, but actually I want someone that I can play from the start and use Bergwijn as a substitution in the future. And the only other person we wanted to get rid of was Asensio, just because as an 82 rated goalkeeper I didn't feel like he was doing a lot. So we got our 65,000 coins for the Div Rivals placements. So what we're going to do is going to go and replace those two players now, and if we go to the transfer market, the filter might already be set up. There he is. Here is going to be our new cam in Marco Reus. Now I'm looking at his sort of price at the moment, and he seems to be around about 78,000 coins. I've had a look on Footbin. He was fluctuating around about 75 today and was a lot cheaper yesterday. Obviously, as we now embark nearer and nearer to Foot Champions this weekend, for those that have qualified, then obviously they are going to be picking up these sort of players now ready for the weekend league. So players' prices are basically only going to rise now. So if you haven't really got your team sorted now, you're probably a little bit too late, because players' prices are going to start to rise. You need to get them on the Monday really, when squad battle rewards and things are being opened, in order to get your team as cheap as possible. What we're going to do though, we're going to get our two players today, and we're going to go into a couple of Div Rivals games and play those. I'm going to try and see if I can snipe a Marco Reus, because, you know, I have a sniping channel with the Graft to a Draft series, and I just want to see if I can get him a little bit cheaper. So we're going to go on 75k for a little bit and just see if we can pick one up there at that price. I'm also going to actually just stick my headphones in, because while I'm doing this without actually having any sound on the screen, I sometimes feel like you hear when you load in better than you see it. So we're going to go and put the headphones in and try and see if we can snipe a Marco Reus. Okay, headphones are in. Let's go back on Marco Reus, see if we can find ourselves one for 75k or under. What would be the chances if we managed to get a min listed one from some of the other YouTube videos? I mean, the chances are quite slim. Stranger things have happened. There we go, straight in. 75,000 coins, we get a Marco Reus. Now this one's got an engine on. I don't disagree with that in some respects, because it gives pace, passing and dribbling, which, I mean, his passing's pretty good, but could do with a little bit of an improvement. His dribbling is good, but always, you know, any extra dribbling is good. And pace needs a bit of a boost. I'm not bothered about his physical so much, because we're looking for him to give and go. So actually an engine card on there is actually a really good snipe as well, so we're happy with that. Now we're going to put some coins into getting our goalkeeper. Now, with the strong links to Aspas, who plays on the left, both my centre backs have strong links going into him, which just means I need either a Spanish or a La Liga goalkeeper. I am going to go for the best La Liga goalkeeper on the game at the moment, and we're going to try and get ourselves a Jan Oblak. Now, I looked a minute ago and he seemed to be about 44,000 coins. And sure enough, he's 44, but actually there probably is room for a little bit less on there. There we go, 41,000 coins there is a snipe. I doubt I can get him. Oh, well there you go. It's 2,000 coins less than what he was going at, and we got him on a snipe. We've got Jan Oblak. Let's go and make those changes in the squad straight away, and then we'll put those two to test in some Div Rivals. So straight away, Jan Oblak goes into the team, and then in at cam, we get Marco Reus with his engine. So now we're looking at this as our new team. I'm pretty happy with this. Like I said with Emre Can before, I didn't notice him doing anything wrong, so I always think that's a good thing. If he's not noticed to be doing anything wrong, then he's not doing anything wrong in the game. The only players that I would notice doing problems were Brandt and the goalkeeper. We've got that sorted. Let's go and get into some Div Rivals. I may show you the highlights, I may show you the end results depending on how many games I play. But let's go and do that, and we'll get into some games, see what the new team is like. So I'll do a little half-time report here while we've got it paused. We're 1-1. He's pretty much dominated the game going forward. I can't seem to get an attack going. Maybe the 4-4-1-1 isn't going to be the way forward this year. Because it just seems like when I actually go forward, the only two people I've got forward, it seems to be Haland and Fatty. So maybe I need to flood up front a little bit more and change this around. Maybe put like maybe play the 4-4-3-4, which I did play for a bit last year, and get maybe like Haland in the cam, then have the two wingers further up the field. I just yeah, I don't know, we scored on a counter attack, and Haaland's shot is just insane on this game. Like, he doesn't miss. But yeah, I just feel like I want a little bit more people going forward. But you know, we'll see what it's like. We're in again, and he's blocked it out on that one. But yeah, generally I'm just kind of defending in this game at the moment, trying to stop him from scoring. He's got a little bit of a pace merchant kind of team with Rodrigo and Rafinha, but we're doing our best at the moment. Oh, I will put that goal in because I've actually tackled him. Look, you'll see it in the replay. I've tackled him, and he's just... This is something that has happened a couple of times on the game. The one-to-one and the tackling that was meant to be better this year isn't. The striker comes away with the ball pretty much every time now. So I think maybe it was the opposite last year, and now it's worse. It's gone so far in the favour. Right, so there we are. We lost 4-1 in that one. He was very good, as you can see from the amount of shots against ours, but I can't seem to get the grips with what's going on in this game at the moment. Passing seems to be a little bit off sometimes, or sometimes they seem like they take forever to get it away from their feet, which means I'm struggling to obviously get anything created. And then in that particular game there, I played a couple of like clear through balls. Like Aspas was gone, I could have just played a through ball through, and Haland just like tapped it forward to the defender. So I don't know whether that's something with the through ball. So what I've just done is turned off semi-assisted through balls to manual, in the hope that I'm just going to be able to sort of hold the button down as long as I want in the direction that I want, and they'll run onto it. So we're going to try that in this next game. Probably maybe just we'll go with the 2 games. Maybe we'll play 3. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm just trying to get to grips with it. This team looks good. Nice. Joe Gomez and Ake, he's one to watch. I like the look of this team. This is a nice starting team. It's Premier League, which I do like to build a little bit of hybrids, but yeah, it's nice. Let's see how we get on. Alright, so half-time assessment of this one is I'm getting absolutely smashed. 4-0, 4 goals from Son. He doesn't miss, and as you can see there, 2 shots. I'm not able to get forward. I don't understand what I can do in these settings to change the way the game plays for me, because now I put it on automatic through balls, it's even worse. So I need to try and change some things about this, maybe look at some tutorials. I'm going to have to put that on assisted maybe and see what it looks like instead of semi-assisted. And and see what happens there. But I don't know whether that's necessarily make any difference, because obviously it's just one particular part of the game, the through ball. Like, I don't use it that often unless someone's clearly moving forward down the wing or moving forward down the middle. Generally, it's the dribbling side of things. I mean, that, again, like, I talk about them taking ages to let go of the ball. Like, I just want him to just pass that straight away, and he's just taking so much time. Well, we came back into that and got it to 4-4. And then he got clean through with, once again, Heung-min Son. And yeah, Son seems to be incredible in this game. Like, he just did not miss a single shot he took. But yeah, we got it back to 4-4. Going forward in the second half, we were a lot better. He was quite exposed at the back though, so it gave us a few chances. But actually, yeah, we did play a lot better in that, in terms of the attack on there. I think probably Division 4 was probably a little bit higher than I will sit at anyway. Last year, I know it was Xbox, so it's a bit of a different market and there's a lot more people playing PlayStation, but I sat for Division 5 for the whole year. I think I went up to Division 4 maybe once, and I went down to Division 6 maybe 2 or 3 times and back up to Division 5. So I think Division 5 is probably actually where I sit in terms of level. But I don't see any harm in going and have a look at tutorials, see if there are better ways for me to be able to play this game, because at the end of the day, we all want to get better. We don't want to get beaten all the time, because it's just a little bit soul destroying. I'm not planning on necessarily qualifying for Foot Champs this weekend, or certainly I'm not qualifying for it this weekend. I'm on day shifts anyway, so I will be missing 12 hour of each gameplay for the weekend, because I'm working 12-hour shifts with the ambulance service, so I wouldn't be able to do that. We're going to apply some more contracts, play one more game, and then we'll see how we get on in that one. Okay, so this is more the sort of team I expected to come up with at the start of the year. Obviously I know a lot of people are going to spend FIFA points and do trading like I have, I suppose, in a way. But this is the more sort of starter squad that I would expect to see most people with, and it doesn't mean necessarily that he's not going to be good. I mean, he's in Division 4, so, you know, already he's as good, if not better than me. But we'll see how things go, get into another game, see if we can maybe get the win this time. Haland doesn't miss. I mean, I know I said Son doesn't miss, but Son had a lot more about him in terms of Haland's still a little bit sluggish in his movement, just because of obviously build that they've given him this year. So he's a little bit slow to move, a little bit slow to pass the ball. But when you get in that position and you just fire it in the top corner, you don't miss. Right, so we're into this one at half time at 2-0. Obviously you can see we have dominated this one, 10 shots to 4. Yeah, I mean, he's more the sort of the guy that I would be playing against at my kind of level. We've had a fairly close game in the middle of the park. I've just been a little bit better at defending than he has. We've had a penalty, and then obviously you saw the goal with Haland smashing one in the top corner. Generally, I think there is a potential for a formation change, just because I want a few more people forward. Maybe it might not be that. Maybe it's just a custom tactics change, although I do have it that I only keep one of my midfielders back anyway. So maybe I need to look at that. Maybe I put in another more attacking midfielder, and I've just conceded because I'm talking to the camera. Maybe I just put another like Cam in rather than CDM in, and I keep them forward. It's something I'll think about for the next episode. But yeah, I think at the moment it's a little bit defensive. Well, never have I had a game go so toxic towards the end. I've just equalised in the 92nd plus minute. I think it was 1 minute of injury time. But actually, I shouldn't have lost it anyway. He's brought on a lone Rashford, who has dominated his right-hand side. But more importantly, is actually what has happened is anytime he's come up against my defender, and they've been, again, 1-to-1, he absolutely dominates Bachiche. And I think this one-on-one thing where the attacker comes out all the time on top is bad. It's bad for the game. It shouldn't happen like that. They should be able to match it up a lot better. And then, yeah, just generally we had the missed penalty, which I'll show you, obviously was in the top right-hand corner. I didn't move it, didn't show anything. It's Haland. I'm assuming he'd be good with his left foot, and it's gone wide. So, yeah, 4-4, really, in a game that I definitely should have won there. I was 3-1 up. 21 shots to 9, 12 shots on target to 4. So he's had 4 shots on target and he scored them all. I've had 12 and only scored 4. Just goes to show that was a bit of a toxic game towards the end there, which we probably should have won. So moving forward into the next episode, I'm kind of happy with the changes in the team that I've made. Like, I know we conceded some goals there, but generally Oblak, it seems a lot better than Asensio. And Brandt to Royce is the biggest upgrade. I mean, Royce is a lot better, passes a lot better, turns a lot better. That is fine. What I'm going to be looking at for the next episode is trying out some different formations. So I'm going to look at the 4-3-3-4 because that was one that I used last year for a little while, and I did quite like that. And I'm going to also look at the 4-4-2 because I've heard a few people say that they think that is the formation this year. So if it is the formation this year, then it's worth obviously giving it a go. I just want to basically have my 4 defenders be back the whole time so that I'm not getting caught on the counter-attack, which is 2 defenders. And I want the other 6 players forward most of the time. I just want them going forward so that we can flood the attack, especially on counter-attacks. So that's where we're at with the Haland of Hope and Glory. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode where we have now finally built a decent team moving forward to our Division Rivals games. Like I say, I think 4 may be a little bit of a high placement. I think be Division 5 towards the end of this. As I said, there will be some promo videos coming up for the Halloween promo when it gets here. So a pack and guess will be done. Probably a Foot Eliminator collaboration as well. Hopefully we can get some good things going on this channel. As always, thank you ever so much for tuning in. I've been B-RAD.